talk to anybody about anything, and they are gonna love him. Like they just eat it up.
I think that's a wonderful skill for those of us mere mortals.
Right. Exactly.
I prepare, and yes, the preparation is also being prepared for the things that you're not prepared for. How am I going to pivot? Okay. How am I going to respond?
I love that.
Yes, these are ways that I combated, or I tampered down that self-doubt.
Right.
That self-doubt.
Right.
Yeah.
By being bad. I mean, for real.
Because let's talk about that, though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because as you're moving through the ranks and getting these titles, you're probably seeing less and less Black women in those rooms, right? So you have to go in there knowing you know your stuff.
I have to say that in human services, it was amazing to have other Black women that were just amazing women, that we were support systems to each other. And I can't tell you enough just how much I learned in terms of subject matter. And as a leader over people who were the subject matter experts, it's so important to nurture their leadership. I'm learning from you. We're thought partners here. I sign your timesheets, absolutely. Sometimes I have to pull rank, but I respect the fact that you know your stuff. You know your stuff.
So you're a leader of leaders.
Yes.
And that's a different level, again, of emotional intelligence. Because you're not looking at somebody that don't know their stuff. So you have to honor, like you said, the leadership in them and what they poured into themselves.
And don't try to make other people small to make yourself big.
There is enough spotlight for everyone. And we got to go back to kindergarten and share. Okay, we can share the spotlight. It does not have to be, it's just me. I'm in the middle. The rest of y'all.
And when you become a lead, like a true leader, because I think leadership is an art and it's something that you have to learn. You love being in the room with other leaders.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to think for everybody. You want to think for yourself. And I want you to show up and show me everything you know about your thing. I don't want to have to learn your thing. Right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And I love when people come in and they have some ideas that I haven't thought of. And I'm like, oh, we are on game today, baby.
About to make magic.
Like, seriously. Because I consider myself pretty smart, so I feel like I think of a lot of things.
You know you're
but then, when you have somebody else in the room, it's like, and it's like,
and see, that's
wow, this is great.
While you're building your legacy, if you have the honor of being among leader and love it and see that they love leaders, you know you're under true good leadership. Because other leaders that aren't great leaders, they get intimidated by that.
They really do.
I've been in spaces where I've heard people say, I want to be the smartest person in the room, and I knew they had a small mind. Because I don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
They help people to grow, right? While allowing those people to help them grow too.
Absolutely. It's definitely a give and a take, a push and a pull. I think with the leaders that I've supervised, one of the most important things we built was trust. They trusted that I had their back. Right? And I trusted that they knew their stuff. And so when we're having a discussion, I'll tell you and this is going to sound odd, so just bear with me. A wonderful feeling sometimes is being wrong. I know this is going to sound crazy.
No, it is actually.
We are in a room and I say, well, based off the data, I think we should do this. And one of them says, based off of my 30 years of experience, I know this is how it's supposed to be done. And I say, let's see. This person knows exactly what they're talking about, right? Yeah. So let's talk about this. We have the data. Can we reach a happy medium? Well, I think we should do this. And then I say, okay, let's try it that way. Yeah, I do think that's a good idea. That it's okay to be wrong.
Exactly.
Because when you have trust, now it's like, okay.
And it's not about your ego.
Exactly.
When you're okay to be wrong, you realize that we're out for a goal.
Yes.
And that goal is not to serve my ego. But to serve the thing we're here to do.
Yes.
And what's so crazy about it is that if you truly had an ego, right? If your ego was working in the right way, like you could come out even better than you thought you were. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously. It's like you're allowing your ego to hold holds you back in so many ways. Yeah, because you can come out looking even better.
Yes.
But that's also, you have to remove yourself from the desire to always want to be right.
Yeah.
Some people just want to always be right,
Yeah.
even at the worst call. Like, what are you getting from just being right?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I will say this though. When you have that trust with your staff, these back and forths on right and wrong, they're done behind closed doors.
Right.
I'm allowing them to be extremely candid.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Educate me. I'm going to tell you from, my perspective, from my vantage point, this is how we're doing. And then when we step out there, we are a unified front.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I feel like that is one of the things that's most important.
Yes.
You don't want to ever go out and have like this presentation to the public where everybody feel like they got something to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, we have a leader. Your time to talk was when we were in that. Okay. Now she's going to present what we all agreed on there in that meeting. Yeah, so that's so important.